let's talk about datasets. I mentioned them in my previous video, but I want to talk more in depth about them. What are datasets? Datasets are compilations of data that we use for testing the prompt. In case of the prompt I was showing you in the previous video, the dataset was selection of comments taken from real life that I was checking against the new prompt and the other versions of the prompt to see if the results I'm getting from the large language model are correct, are actually helping me iterate on the prompt, create better experience for users. So really what your data set is depends on the task. For example, if I'm talking about correcting the comment, the comments will be core of my data set. For example, when I'm talking about creating the merge request summary, right? The data set would contain probably description of the merge request, title of the merge request, diff of the merge request. That would be comments from the merge request. So the dataset would contain several different information that would go into the prompt to create go into prompt to create those couple of testing cases. When we work with datasets in Langsmith for prompt playground, so I will show you again. This is the prompt playground. So this was my prompt. I call it demo prompt, and we added in playground, and we can choose dataset. My dataset was called demo. Those datasets should be small. In prompt playground accepts datasets, I think, up to 15 examples. So if you work with this kind of dataset, the small dataset, 15 examples, a small dataset, you need to make sure that those examples cover the widest range of cases as possible, because we will base our discovery on those examples. So, for example, if we want to make sure that it handles, as I said, comments correctly, I would add some comments that are, for example, that require a lot of work to see if it's actually working. So, if I would be working on the merge request summary with different data that goes somewhere into the prompt, I would definitely check for different programming languages. For the MR that is has very big description or no description at all, and so on and so on. So think about it as your test cases. You need to check for as many cases as to give you confidence to go further. And you said but 15 examples is not enough. Yes, it's a very small data set. But in prompt playground, this is the limitations we are dealing with. I will show you in one of the next videos how to handle bigger data sets that requires using not using prompt playground, but different methods. So wait for it; it will come. I want to also show you how to look at the data sets run. So how the dataset was used in Langsmith. So if you go to the datasets and click on one particular dataset, you will see experiment name. Those experiment names, this is what I was showing you, you can compare those. Those are the runs. So whenever dataset was used somewhere in the prompt background for a run, the results will be here. And with what model was used, what provider, error rate, so how many examples were there. So you can go inside and check this particular run. Also, you can look at the examples, so what is inside what is the content inside the dataset. So this is how to check out dataset experiments. Also, I will link somewhere here the video about loading the datasets that has like 2 columns and how to deal with that. It's, if you saw the previous video, it's very similar.